Hey guys, this is your general love reading where we look at singles and couples. And of course, without further ado, we are going to look at Aries. Now, I've already shuffled the deck and pulled the cards out, and that's what I'll be doing for this reading. So let's get straight into it. You Aries singles, by the way, you're definitely showing up as someone who wants love, need love, would love to have love, and looking like a good catch to others. Most definitely. You want something that lasts. Hell, some of you still want that old person that you're probably going through a divorce or a major separation with. Yeah, that person. You could also be thinking about the past, going down memory lane with somebody in the past. Life when it comes to dating could be stressful because you never know what you're going to get. It can be costly. It could just be time consuming. So some of you may find dating or singlehood to just be a lot to deal with. Some of you, again, it's like, get me out of here. I don't want to be single. I want to go back to the life that I once had, or I want to get to a place where I'm no longer in search of because I'm completely off the market. Like, that's where you're at with it. For some of you, there could have been a discovery of someone's reality, and that's why you're no longer with them, because they were never available to begin with. So you're definitely at a place of internal perspective, and moving forward one step at a time. Now, if you are to attract outside people, like new people, they're going through their own stuff too. They could be lurking on other people's pages. They may be lurking after you, but it is in essence to distract them from what's really going on in their life. It's that type of thing. So it could be more of a good time than a long time, because you are attracting kind of broken people or people who are in a challenged state right now. It could be their finances. It could be their overall, something about their overall foundation. It could be challenged right now. So they may not be the best candidates out there for you. So it's saying take it slow. It's saying you are going to be taking it slow because you're in a very stable, earthy energy thanks to Saturn. So you're gonna take it slow and slow it down and really kind of keep your money in your pocket if you're the person that kind of spends, that sort of thing, because you know what you want, and the last thing you're gonna do is settle. Let's look at couples. Okay, couples. So Aries, you could find you do care about your person here. Okay, you're devoted to your person, but there could be some toxicity in this relationship that can't be ignored. This person could bring out sides of you that's not the healthiest. For some of you, there could be fears, there could be power plays, there could be lack of sex, or this relationship has gotten to a point that involves sexual acts that's not the healthiest, something like that. And you do watch them. You are kind of watching them, keeping tabs on them to some extent. Here, I do feel like that'll come to an end. You'll cut out that behavior, and you'll get back to who you are, and maybe focusing more on you, feeling more confident about yourself, that sort of thing. Hopefully this relationship will last, because for some of you it could be challenging in the future. The writing may be on the wall now, and as time goes on, this relationship could possibly wrap up. It's either going to go to the next level, or it's going to come to an end, so the two of you, or at least one of you, can kind of go to the next level here. Now, your person, they're also devoted to you. Or they care about you, put it that way. They do care about you, but the challenge may be being traditional, getting things to the next level, doing what's right, focusing on this, nurturing this. That may be a challenge here between the two of you. Someone may not be the most ethical, or may not be able to be counted on. Your person, though, Aries, aside from this relationship, could be going through things that has nothing to do with the two of you. Like, they could be going through a bit of a challenge in their life, and they may be reconsidering a lot of things in their life just because of that's going on. They're considering being single. They're considering either, because this is a kind of relationship, it looks like, whether you're going to work it out, work on things, move on, or am I ready for something real? That's where the two of you are at in this relationship, and your person is contemplating what they want to do. They want to remain single. Should they, move forward with being single or try to work on this? And they're going to be kind of stressed out, especially if it's you behaving more single. They are stressed out about this, and they're going to be considering moving on from this relationship. Or they could be having money challenges. Like I said, there's something personal. But I do see them kind of almost needing you. So they may need you financially. They may need your time, your attention, your comfort, that sort of thing. Like they may need you, even if they're not coming across that way. So if you care, check in with them, because, again, could be a need there going on with the two of you. This is going to be, you're going to get real clear about where you stand in your relationship, and clarity or someone's quick, sharp response may be a decision that one of you walk away from this. But again, it's not happening now. It could happen down the line, because this is it's a lot of power plays here, and it's a lot of holding back and not saying things. And then when things are said, it may be a little too much for one person to take. So yeah, definitely it's going to be time to have the talk, or talks would just start to happen. Hey Taurus. Okay, so singles, your reading is very simple. You're going through a breakup. You're going through a breakup. You've been through a breakup. And for some of you, that's the focus right now. Your breakup. You're focusing on this breakup. You're focusing on what did not work out. And this was karmically set up that way. It's karmically set up for things to end so that new can begin. And you may feel like people are not honest when it comes to dating and getting back out there. Or you can come across a little too harsh because you're a little too honest. I'm hearing angry, so you may be very angry at this point in time. Not the best candidate to put yourself out there, because you will have a lot of unresolved issues with the past. And it looks like an active divorce or separation or something that definitely still lingers in your energy here. And because of it, you're blocked from moving forward. When it comes to love, you're pretty blocked. Karmically, you're going to be blocked from engaging in things going anywhere. And at first you may feel like, well, damn, but then you'll be okay with it. Like, it's almost like you'll put yourself on punishment and go and indulge and eat good and just indulge. And then you get yourself back out there. And again, if this is about children, family, either some of you can try to get your family back by way of the children, or you're spending more time with family and children and doing things that matter. You could be traveling at this time, that sort of thing. Just very active and enthused. If not now, definitely when we get we're in June, July time. Yeah, I definitely see you enjoying your summer, enjoying the people around you here. Not necessarily, again, focusing on love. Now, it could be somebody that comes into your life if you're entertaining someone, but this person will be in that same space where it's like, no, it's all about me. I'm not really, stressing myself about where things can go with someone. I'm enjoying me, my family, and people that count. You could have a whirlwind with someone, Taurus singles, that takes you out and shows you a really good time. That's definitely possible as well. But I would say take it one step at a time and enjoy it as you go along, which is what you guys typically do anyway. Otherwise, I do see a lot of travel, enjoyment with those around you, and not stressing whatever's been the problem. Couples. Okay, so looks like you are I see kind of devotion here. There's a decision that needs to be made. For some of you, you definitely could find yourself having a talk about money, finances, expectations in that area here. Either you have what it takes, like you have the money you have, and some of you Tauruses could be in this because it pays the bills, right? You're well cared for, and that's kind of the name of the game. So that's why you're there, because you live comfortably, that sort of thing, especially if you're a woman here. And And if there's a man here, and this is not your wife, right? If it's a Taurus man, and this woman that he's in a relationship with isn't his wife, he's very transactional with this woman because she isn't the wife. Or if he's very giving to this woman, right? Like he takes care of her needs and all that, it's because he wants her to be his wife. In his mind, that's his wife, you know. Whether he's a Taurus man or not, the man here is saying that, hey, my actions speaks about my feelings. So he may not be the type of person that talks most about his feelings, but if you pay attention, he's always talking about how he feels because he shows you how he feels, that type of thing. He can also be the kind of guy that you don't have to talk to over and over and over again. You talk to him and then he'll implement the change. He'll show you, you know, that sort of thing. So, yeah. But also this person could be quite cranky. He could be quite moody. Something like that's going on here. So it looks like, and you're going to need to you're going to need to communicate, have a talk. Especially if it has anything to do with finances. And this is Taurus couples here, about finances, that sort of thing. Here, I do see a shift coming up between the two of you because of work. Somebody has to work, but that also may be the reason of how they get to kind of disappear because they can hide behind work, that sort of thing. Now, your person cares about you. They're also very attracted to you. But they also may not like that you don't respond in kind. They may be someone that needs a lot of validation. They may need a lot of attention. Something here could be very fresh, if that makes sense. It could be very fresh. And if this is something very fresh, then you, Taurus, you're kind of buying your time. You're allowing yourself to be courted and that sort of thing. And you're taking it one step at a time because this may not be the only person you're seeing. If it's something fresh, but you're giving somebody a good shot and allowing them to kind of court you, if that makes sense. Now, again, like I said, if there's someone here and this is fresh, you can find yourself saying, well, hey, I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know if someone has a motorcycle or anyway. But you could look and see that this person has money if this is something fresh and new here. Now, this person could find themselves hot and cold. They can be hot and cold towards you, Taurus. Your person here, I see a Virgo here that can run hot and cold. It could be a Cancer, Aquarius, could be any sign. But you are going to kind of change their minds down the line. I feel you have someone here who wants what they want when they want it, and they know that you have a lot of worth and value. But they could be someone, and this is more fresh for someone, whatever reason, I'm getting fresh energy, like it's more fresh energy. If those of you who've been in a relationship for quite some time, your person may start to want that freshness and the new and more fresh and new things may be happening in their life. And so it takes them away from the relationship. It takes them away from being more attentive, but they try to make up for it when they get around you, that sort of thing. There may not be enough for you, like the money may not be enough, something may not be enough, and it's like a talk will need to be had. But I think that it will validate that you both want this, right? So there'll be an opportunity to continue to grow and deepen it, even if work is getting in the way or someone kind of wants to be more excitable and do things different than how the relationship is ran. It's something like that, like something fresh and new is either just coming to the two of you, or someone is going to implement that by way of just things happening in their life, which can pull the two of you apart. But a conversation will confirm and validate that the two of you still want this and that you can work this out, okay? And you can get past whatever these issues are. But yeah, Taurus, it looks like your person really wants a good time with you, some great time. And for those of you new love Tauruses, like the new person, just know that this can run hot and cold here. But the person is not a fool. They will realize that they have a good, valuable individual and that they need to make sure that you know that. Yeah. Hey Gemini, singles, okay. There could be, try not to indulge just because you're overwhelmed in other areas of your life that you may just jump out and just start doing things. I know it gets hot. I know it's getting hot. And I know around this time, you know, Gemini birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Geminis. It's like you, Cancers, and Leos, you always come alive at this time. So, you know, all bets is off. You're single. I get it. You want to have a good time. Yes. You may be a couple of people that you're getting to know, having a good time that just came out of nowhere. So yeah, definitely love is all over you. And Uranus will soon be too. I keep bringing that up. It's going to mean something. Trust me, it's going to mean something. You're kind of being done with, and a part of you may feel like you don't know where to go when it comes to love. Yeah, you're open to it. You may be giving it a chance, but some of you are very skeptical because either it doesn't work out, it's a waste of money, it's a waste of time, that sort of thing. And it's like you'll look back and say, I wasted, you know, that sort of thing when it comes to love. You're not thinking about the ex. Hopefully, you know, some of you may feel like you've blocked that out of your mind. You've worked through whatever you need to work through, but it can sit on your mind. So you try not to think about it, about that ex. And it looks like you've gotten a different perspective about that situation there. Now there looks to be a man coming in. For some of you ladies out there could be a man coming in, and he wants to kind of have a good time. This is a very shrewd individual, someone who's extremely intelligent and who does not lead with his heart, but he gives just a little bit, that sort of thing. And I do feel like you will have some aggravation coming up. It's going to be pretty aggravated. For some of you, there could be someone that comes in and it's almost like a whirlwind. Like, you may feel like, I can't believe this. You can't stop thinking about somebody, that sort of thing. Others of you would be like something going on personal in your life and it's stressing you out and you don't really know how to deal, because I think we still have 3 or 4 planets in Gemini. Talk about being overstimulated. Just talking about all kind of stuff. But that could be part of it, like just Gemini energy overload, and just needing to get out of your head. And that's going to make you say, I got to get out of here. You got to get out and go and do something. So you'll be open to new, fresh. Or again, open to new and fresh because you're trying to avoid or rid yourself of all the stress that you got going on in your real life, is what it looks like to me. But good times to be had with caution. It looks like you're kind of cautious and a bit pessimistic, but you're going to get out there anyway, like a true Gemini. Gemini, you're an aggravation to this person. You aggravate them. And they are, this is couples, for couples right now. You are an aggravation to your person here. And they may be contemplating what lies ahead in the future between the two of you here. Now, for a very small percentage of you, your person could be preparing to propose, like you guys are preparing for things. We're moving. You're doing things where it will take the relationship to the next level, but the details and the particulars are very stressful. So let me get that out of the way. That's for those of you who there isn't any issues. It's just those regular issues. Others of you, though, this person is quite agitated with you. I'm also hearing they're very honest toward you. And for you, it's very black and white. It's not complicated. If you've been in this for quite some time, you're in it because there's time and investment that you've put in. Perhaps you have Taurus in your chart. You do, but the love may be challenged at this time. The likability could be challenged at this time. It's like, yeah, I care about you. I'm devoted to you, but I don't like you. Or I don't always like you. Or I don't like you right now. Something like that. Like, we don't feel that most romantic, but I'm doing my part. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. That sort of thing. And it looks like you'll continue to do that with your partner. And as it stands now, I see a coming together, an opportunity to have some romance or wanting to come together. Maybe your person is not so sure. They can give into it, but in the background, in the back of their head, they're not so sure about this. Gems, you have someone here who is really not so sure about where this is going, and they want you to know that if this is something very new and you're like, okay, I'm serious, I want off the market, you're dealing with someone who's not so sure, especially if you're dealing with a Sagittarius or I guess an Aries. I don't want to say that. A Virgo. Could be any sign, obviously. Pisces as well, but it could be any sign. But just know that take it slow. And it looks like you will, but you're enjoying it as it goes along. But just like, I think I said this about Aries, you're very practical right now. So it's usually Geminis are the ones that's like sporadic and all over the place, but you're the more stable, grounded person, and you have an individual who is not very much stable or grounded. Hopefully there's no mental issues going on here, but it could be. You have someone here who's kind of going through a dark night of the soul internally. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but internally, yes. And you're saying, hey, we need to work this out. Either we need to get rid of the third party, we need to focus back on us, or I'm waiting. You're doing all of this that you're doing in preparation for things to get back in alignment in a solid and stable way. So you're looking amazing. Your person is struggling. They're struggling, baby. They're struggling. Okay? They are struggling. They don't really know what they want 100%. They don't know how all this is going to come together. They don't know. They don't know. But they're going to give it a go. They're going to give it a go. Okay? And they may be kind of wanting you to just hold tight. Just hold on. Give them a minute, because they're going to need a minute. So if they come to you and say, hey, I just need a minute, they're being honest. They're not lying. They need a minute to figure out. Well, I don't know. Especially if this is a coming back together again and you screwed up. Yeah, they're going to need a minute. Oh. Hold on. Now, somebody can get pregnant. Congratulations. Pregnant or having a baby. So congratulations. Hopefully this is not a type of thing where a baby, and I hate that happens. It's so unfortunate when those things happen, when like a child comes in and shifts the energy, and then someone starts to become less invested, because it could be some of that. It could also be somebody's ex getting involved, and that creates the breakup. But if that's the case, and they go back to that ex, they wanted the ex to begin with, and they created this in order to get out of there, especially if it's happening to you, Gemini. I cannot tell you enough of how much your person is at a crossroads, whether or not they want this relationship. They're not so sure. And I feel that you guys are headed towards a fight, a fallout, because your energies are starting to change, shift, and yeah. Yeah. And it's almost like one of you cannot be touched. Like, it doesn't matter what all is going on, who's doing what, because someone is definitely protected in all of this, and it doesn't matter. It's going to make the other person very angry, but it's, I mean, hello, and you know, that type of thing. And it's weird because it's almost like I don't see the couple anymore. I just see an individual, which can speak to a phasing out of this relationship that's happening over time. It could speak to the two of your energies really starting to shift, and there's a lack of coming together, although that is exactly what you want. It appears that that's what you want. Readings can go vice versa. So yeah, definitely the jury is out on exactly where things will end, but you have someone here who is kind of challenged and isn't really saying what truly is. They're not really communicating what's deeply on their minds and in their heart. Okay, Cancer, singles. You could be getting courted at this time or courting someone. Some of you are recovering from the past or just in physical recovery, something like that. But I see recovery here, and still kind of thinking about the ex, dreaming about the ex, kind of can't get over the ex, especially if the ex is in public eye, that sort of thing here. For some of you singles out there, and you're feeling like the past, or excuse me, you're feeling like the dating scene is a little problematic. They may remind you of the past that's not so good, and it's like, I don't want to deal with people like my past, that sort of thing. You may be noticing red flags left and right, but you're still kind of open enough to give people a fair shot, only to kind of see right through them almost immediately. So some of you could be avoiding dating, avoiding putting yourself out there, and it will be hard because you are quite appealing, and it's just, you're like so feminine to men. I guess to women, you're just cute as a button and so appropriate, almost like a cuddly little dog. So you have this infectious energy about you, Cancers, that people can't say no to. But you may feel like, shit, it's not worth it. And I just kind of want to crawl into my own little bed and stay away from love, that sort of thing. Here. But you may feel like it's safer to entertain familiar people that you know, because again, there'll be someone, if not a couple of people, who are very much interested. So if you want to get yourself out there, you can, and some of you will. Over the summertime, you're going to get attention, have fun, do your thing, and maybe privately seeing someone, privately getting, your enjoyment, your emotional needs met behind the scenes. Something about entertaining people more privately, but it being very clear that you're single publicly. Yeah. Now, couples. Congratulations, couples. I see marriage. You're getting married, and all of this running around and ripping around and going crazy could be because somebody is going to propose to you. Yep. Some of you may even know, so it may not be a secret. There could be a move that's going on really quickly with you Cancers out there. Couples, again, this is couples. Some of you may be getting a reading if you suspect. So let me say this is two parts. The first part is that, right, you guys are going to get married and your person is running around, or one of you are running around getting all the little things together because you're getting married. Or you're being proposed to and you have no idea. Because I definitely see a marriage. Now, the second part of this is some of you are suspecting that your person is up to no good. And they may have disappeared out of nowhere. And you want to get down to the bottom of what the hell is going on here. That's real strong, too. And you're tired of carrying a relationship. You're tired of going through whatever you've been going through in this relationship. And you may feel like, I just want to be done with this, pay child support, and I get the hell out of here. And you can go wherever you need to go to. That sort of thing could be that as well. Or you can finally cut things off and move on. Something like that. But then there's another part of this that speaks to you and your person could be kind of on the brink of, I'm hearing on the brink of death. Hopefully it's not literal, right? But it's like on the brink of an end, and you know it, they know it. And it may be one of those things where it's like, well, no one knows that we're not together, but we haven't been together. We haven't been in the same bed. We haven't slept on the same roof, like those things for quite some time, something like that. And now your person is saying, okay, I'm done with this. You need to tell whoever you need to tell because I'm getting married, or they can break up with you. You guys go your separate ways and you'll blink and they'll be married or in a relationship with someone. So it definitely speaks to the end game being marriage and commitment, whether it's going to be with you or they're going to sacrifice you and move on to someone else. But it definitely looks like one of the three things that's going on here in this relationship here. And I know you might be thinking, how do you see all of that? And just, how, because it can be interpreted in many different ways. The good thing is, I do see for some of you a new beginning, things starting, a new beginning coming on here. And so for some of you, congratulations again. This is closing on the house, having the baby, or I'm pregnant. And we look at, that sort of thing. We were relocating, and I mean leaving at a distance. Like you go from United States to Africa, United States to Europe, like a completely different environment you're going to be living in here as well. But yeah, That's what I'm saying. It could be possible for definitely a newness happening, but it could be together or it can definitely be apart. Okay, Leo, singles. Ow. I was, before I started shuffling the deck, I was like, I'm so tired and out of it. I wonder what sign is going to give me a pick-me-up. And here you are. Okay, I have a little bit of a pick-me-up. You're looking good. You're looking good out there. You make it very known that you are a wife, you're a husband, you're interested in marriage. Not just a good time. You're serious. And people being around you, no matter how long or short of a period of time, they feel that. They feel homey. I'm telling you, Leos, this is your time right now. So make that shit count. Like, yeah, you have some good energy right now. They feel at home with you. They definitely look at you and be like, yeah, I can marry you. That type of thing. And you want love. You want that strong, intimate connection. Some of you may be realizing that you are same-sex loving and you're tired of lying to yourself. You may, and others, you may have a crush on Why did I want to say family member? What do you have, Gemini in your chart? Stop. I meant to say friend group, someone in your community, some type of organization that you're a part of. Like, you may have a crush on someone, that same-sex person, and you're kind of discovering that I am gay, especially if you are a man. Like, no, I'm not bisexual, I'm gay, something like that. But you may feel like relationships are just that, right? Harsh truths are told and things don't last, or you may be having a hard time, like I said, telling the truth. You got to tell the truth to yourself first before you can be honest about anybody else. So you're just kind of enjoying the feel of it all. There's definitely a disconnect when it comes to the past, so you're just now starting to heal, or you may be realizing like, damn, it's been 20 years later, but I'm still healing over this. So it's still some sore spots with the past, but you are moving forward step by step and better, but you're still connected to it to an extent. Great time, Aries. Well, I guess some of you might meet an Aries. I'm hearing a Taurus as well, but you can have any kind of sign. This is your time. Like, you're going to get your ass out there, have a good time, meet people, young people, older people. Like, you're not going to stifle yourself. You're going to have a good time. You'll have people giving you money, want to take you out, just really enjoying people, enjoying things, really enjoying your life. I get a big Leo energy. So you may date another Leo, and that could be quite exciting. For some of you, you may let go of one person and get with another person because it's like, no, I really want that person. Like, you may feel like, I want a good time. You may feel like relationships and working toward that is a work. And it's like, you never know what you're going to get. Then you put all this time and energy into it. And then it's the next you know, you have to be strategic. Got to play these games. Like, you're like, no, I just want a good fucking old-fashioned time. Can I do that? Can I just have a good old-fashioned time? Or if you're a woman, you want the more traditional and those sorts of things. But you keep attracting people to have a good time. That's another problem. I knew it was going to be some shady. I could feel it. Okay. You're not playing. You're putting your foot down. You're putting your foot down on somebody's goddamn it neck. Okay. There's definitely going to be put up or shut up time. You're not playing around, Leo. Especially if you're dealing with, it doesn't matter the sign. You're not playing. And you're going to take the time that, you're going to give the time that's necessary and take the time that's necessary. Either to win somebody's trust back, to win them back, to get back in their good graces because you know you have a good person, especially if you're dealing with a Capricorn. You know you're going to suffer, right? When you deal with a Capricorn, you've got to suffer a little bit. You've got to. But you're going to do what it takes. Now, if you're the bad person in this relationship, right, you're going to do what it takes to get back into their good graces. Let's say that. If you're not, you're going to allow the time that you set to be proven that they understand, because you're not going to, you don't want this, rather. You don't want it. You're at a place where it's like, I don't want this to turn toxic. I don't. So there's things about your person that you want them to change, that you want them to be better. You don't want it to just be about certain things, right? And you're going to have a very honest conversation with your person about that. Very mature, very honest conversation about it. Or you could be trying to convince them of this. You know, it goes both ways. And then you're going to be so hopeful. I'm also hearing helpful. So you'll do, if it's, you're like, I'm really wanting this to work out. You're really going to be helpful and toward that. You may start praying more. You may even do a fast. Like, you may do things to really try to turn this around. Because you really don't want, wherever it's headed, like, that's not what you want. Okay? Here. Now, it could be, like I said, on the flip side, where you're trying to buy time from your person because you need to clean up some shit you done got yourself into. It could be that too. Here, the person doesn't trust you. They may feel like you're not an authentic person, and they're having kind of second thoughts, but they're not so sure about things. They may feel like there's others that you have in your life, or again, a confusion around where this is all going to go, that sort of thing. And they need you to understand that they've been hurt before, or they don't want to be hurt by you. They care about you, and they really do want this to go somewhere, but they don't want to be hurt. Again, the same could be said, that they could be trying to convince you of these things. You just have to make it make sense for you. And I see your person holding back. There's going to be some truth that's spoken. And it may change the dynamics between the two of you. And it's going to have to, whether it be somebody has to clean up your act, or you're going your separate ways. And if that's the case, your person will hold on to this far longer than you will. And you may say, like if the two of you don't make it, when you're out, you're going to be out. Because in your mind, you've did everything. And then they're going to be stuck for 4 years, still holding on to you, if not an eternity. Here. And so I feel like your person, if this has something to do with third party, or they're going to drop it and they're going to get their act together. You have a dirty dog. Somebody's a dirty dog. And your reading wanted me to look all the way into like 2 years from now. Somebody's a dirty dog. So, but they really care about the other person. They do care about them, but they just can't be, somebody can't be faithful. They can't be whatever the other person needs them to be. Some shit like that. And it's going to become very obvious in 2 years' time. Like, too obvious. There's no more of these red flags. Because right now it seems like it's like red flags. Oh, no, baby. If this hangs around for 2 more years, it won't be any more red flags. It'll just be, well, I don't mention it, they don't mention it, that type of thing. And if you don't last in 2 years, they'll still be one. You'll look back and say, yeah, they're still the same. They haven't changed. Virgo singles. Well, yeah. Some of you are looking kind of like Leos. Definitely very much. You could be attracting good quality women. Some of you're coming across as an amazing quality woman, or someone who deserves that in your life. You definitely want love. You want new fresh love. That's something that you can give. And some of you are fresh on the market, or excuse me. You'll meet someone where you may feel like, well, this is new. This is fresh. I like this. Something like that. Because newness, a new love, a new beginning is actually coming your way. Someone who may get a lot of attention, someone that's very known, someone who could be quite successful, who kind of just sparks attention wherever they go. They can get attention, that sort of thing. Now, you may feel like in relationships, you're still connected to your past, even though you walked away from it. Like, you may have walked away from your past swiftly and learned a lot along the way, or you're walking away. You're still walking away, and you won't fully be there right now. And there's a sense of you still looking at that and saying, that stung me because we could have been, that sort of thing. You also may feel like when you engage in relationships, it's always something that interferes with this going the distance, right? But I see new love coming your way. I do. I see you being able to indulge, having a good time. And what I love about this for you Virgo singles is you're getting out of your head. You're no longer in your head stressing yourself out. You're just out there enjoying yourself and having a good time. And try not to indulge too much, okay? Try not to indulge too much. But you are having a good time, a great time is what it looks like to me. It seems like everyone, at least so far, is really going to say, to hell with this. I'm having a good time this summer. Like, summer is going to be a good time. People are going to get out, have a good time, enjoy themselves, and you are no different. So yeah, enjoy yourself. Gemini and Cancer looks very strong here. But again, you know, it could be any sign. But yeah, be safe, but enjoy, Virgo. Now, couples. Okay, PSA. I don't know why I'm talking as if you guys are not a couple, or you're a couple and you're not supposed to be a couple. So you just like one of those signs has a few interpretations going on here. Okay. PSA to Virgo men. Virgo men, if this is something new or even old or whatever, but it feels more fresh and new, if you are getting to know someone and she's playing very hot and cold and hot, you have a woman that has a mental problem. Some of you have a woman that has a mental problem. And it could be short-lived. It could just be she's going through a hell of a lot, and she can't deal with this. Even though you may not be any problem to her personally, she just got a lot of shit going on, and that's more important than this right now, right? She could still be stuck on an ex, and that's doing her in. There's something in her life. If it's not a chemical imbalance, and that is very much possible too, that is doing her in, okay? It's wearing her out, and she can't do all of this. So if this relationship, if she comes up missing and you're just like, well, I don't know, it's because of that. It's not you, it's my point, men, okay? And I never say that, but Virgo men, this is not you. It doesn't look like you did anything wrong. Now, for the very small percentage of you did something wrong, and she's had enough of this shit, and she's done, okay? And you done reared your ugly head and did the same thing you did the last time or something like that. But for most of you, she's the problem. She has some mental problems. Something's going on in her life, so I just want to say that. Getting back to it, it seems like there's somebody here, Virgo, who you like. You like to have a good time. You like to indulge. You like to have a good time. But you may also have impotency problems. If this is a real long-standing couple, you may feel like your person is not as attracted to you anymore, or you are not as attractive to them. Something like that's going on. But you may feel like you want them to know that you're devoted to them, that you are invested in this, that you want something real. And for some of you, it's just stop being a playboy and love me how I'm supposed to be loved, or you won't have me. It's that simple. It's that simple with this relationship. And albeit somebody will come in and fight the good fight. Either this person has impotency problems, this person can have Napoleon complex. And for those of you who don't know, that's a short man, typically a short individual who struggles psychologically because he's short for whatever reason, you know. And the same was the case for Napoleon, so they deemed it the Napoleon complex. So it could be some of that. He has some internal stuff going on that is a reason why he behaves the way that he does. I'm picking up on shortcomings, insecurities, and mental illness for the person that's creating a problem in this relationship, whether it's a man or a woman. Let's say that, okay? You have your person here cares about you, or they're a caring person, so they show a lot of care, but they may not feel like the situation has legs or can really work, and it could be, and like I said, their personal issues they're going through, or they're still dreaming and thinking about somebody else. Also be careful, because this person could have a creep in their life. Like an ex could be a creep and still watching them and stalking them. Shit, this person may not be safe to date. Something like that I wanted to tell you as well, men. And I feel like that's for you Virgo men out there. And it definitely feels for you men that's dealing with a woman in the beginning. It's like still fresh and new, and you don't really know this woman, but you like her and she's sweet, and she's this shit going on with this woman. So just be cautious. Don't go run into people's house, and just vet and test. You know, you guys are good at testing people and vetting and combing through stuff. This may be a person that you've got to like, I gotta run a background check on you and find out what the hell, are you okay? Are you stable? Is your health okay? Like, what the hell is going on? You know, that type of thing. And they may feel like they need to do the same thing on you. It's something going on here that is funky. And I've mentioned all the things that it could be. And yeah, now this is something long-standing, and you guys been together for a long time. You just have this ebb and flow, and you both neither one of you are being, neither one of your needs are being met. Not. And one of you just become despondent, may have gained a lot of weight. Whoever is not attractive anymore or just let themselves go, that's the person that's just given up and is just in a state of depression. And the other person could be desiring of somebody, maybe talking online, that sort of thing, like something like that. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Let me know in the comment section if you'd like to share if any of this makes sense. Okay, Libra, singles. Well, you guys, definitely, you could show up as someone who is very intimidating, who may already be off the market. So people may already suspect that there's someone in your life. I don't know if you're on like social media and people already know what's going on with you. You definitely want love. You feel like you need love, care, comfort, and attention from someone. Nurturing. You need all the things that you didn't get from home, no matter if you're a man or a woman. However, and you may want to just freely love someone without all the bullshit. Like, can I just really love you and you accept it? That sort of thing. But you may feel like I'm always the one feeling left out in the cold. I'm always the one being left holding the bag, that sort of thing. I'm always, dealing with liabilities, that sort of thing. And for some of you, you're not available because you still want a woman, especially if you're a Libra man. There's still a woman that very much lives in your energy. You sacrificed the ex, and the fact that either you've been sacrificed or you sacrificed them, there's peace now to be had here. You can meet new people, but it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. Either you got to get put in your place or them you, and there could be too many truths spoke where it just seems very combative, that sort of thing. And you may be like, I'm out. Like any little thing that doesn't feel right, seem right, or it just takes so much work, you're out of there. It's just like you don't have time to play these games at all, because you know what you, not what you want. You're in a place, Libra singles right now, you need. It's like what I need. Your spirit needs to be loved. Your spirit wants to love. Like if you're a Libra woman, you want to be like a Cancer woman. You just want to be able to love, enjoy loving someone, and give them all that you have to give, and they can take it, provide, and give you all that you need, right? Because it's like the women are missing that father energy that they didn't have or something like that. And the men is missing that motherly energy that they didn't have. And so vice versa for men, and it's a need. It's not a want anymore. You need this for your soul. So you guys are not going to sit around. If you've been someone who would entertain people and just have to know, fuck that. You're not. You're like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to sit around. Like, you're not going to play around. Now, there could be somebody... Yeah, no. You're going to be out. Just refer back to the beginning of what I said. You're going to be out. Like I said, it could be somebody making an appearance, but before you can blink, that'll be over because it's the same bullshit. And Libra singles are not, you're not going to continue to go down certain cycles. No. Or you're being dropped left and right. Like you can't hold on to any one person because they're not playing with you. But it's karmic. Whatever this is karmic. Okay, so for some of you, couples now, we're on couples. Work, career, life could be taking the two of you apart from one another. And for some of you, this relationship could be something that is challenging because there's a lot of alone time, or there's a lot of disconnect that happens here between the two of you that can make it very much feel more like you're not together, you're more single than you are a couple, even though you, Libra, I don't know where these were now. I put this here. Yeah, this was here. This was here. You, Libra, you want this relationship. You want to be careful with toxicity. For some of you, this is going to be over. It may even be over now. And if that's the case, you are struggling. You're not happy about it. You did feel like it was toxic, but you also felt like you were devoted to it. That sort of thing. You may also feel like You did your best. If this relationship, again, like I said, is not there, and you don't want it to be over. You don't. I don't feel like, oh, Libra, man or woman wants it to be over. You just want things to be better and fair, if that makes sense. You have someone here who's still devoted to you, but the caveat here in this relationship is there could be an outside person, and this person can't stop watching their ex, and somebody that they may have a child with, been together for a significant amount of time. They can't stop watching them, and you know, that sort of thing. And that may be the end, the reason why the relationship will end, because another person got in between the two of you, even though that's not what you want, if that makes sense. And it'll be very difficult to see them any other way. Once you see them that particular way, or whatever goes on happens, it's like I can't even see anything differently here. Now, this person could just automatically cut you off as well. You may be stumped, left feeling like, wait a minute, what? That sort of thing. And it's because of a past situation. If not, it's some family stuff that they got to tend to, and they just don't want to have to deal with a relationship at this time. It also can be it can be cliche, but work and distance gets in the way of this relationship, something like that. But it looks like the cut off can happen from your person's end, swiftly and quickly, like, oh my goodness, we're not together, that sort of thing. Yeah, this is going to be a breakup. Somebody could have snuck around or was sneaking around, a little dirty dog. You are traumatized over the situation. Maybe traumatized is a very strong word, but for others of you it will fit here. So yeah, this is going to be a time when you discover who you're really dealing with, or you get called out for who you truly are, and it's going to backfire, and it's going to have you in your head for quite some time. Okay, whether it's you're the victim, you know, or you're the culprit, and it's all getting out, because something about it's going to come out, and it's like it's nothing that you could do or say to make anyone believe whatever you're saying. Everybody's going to believe whoever is the real victim. So yeah, there's some stuff, some shiggity going on here in this couple relationship, but this shit, one thing it is coming is to an end. Now, it could be temporary. This is what you guys do, the breakup to the makeup or whatever. But somebody's getting tired of it. I'll say that. Somebody knows that they're going to have to make major changes here. Like, something's going to have to change if they want real change, you know. But yeah, either it's going to be yet another breakup, or you guys are really coming to an end, because some things are going to get up and out, and that is going to, it's not going to be easy for you. I don't care how it's not going to be easy for you. Okay. So good luck with that, Libra couples. All the best, and hopefully it turns out far better than the reading that I'm giving. Hey, Scorpio singles, your reading is kind of funny. You're looking for somebody to come save you. You need saving for some of you. You're still stuck on your ex. Your reading is real simple. You're still stuck on your ex. You may feel like no one compares to them. Nobody does it better. And some of you may be trying to get in a better headspace and get away from that ex, because you may have come to realize or learn that they're married, they're getting married, they're in this relationship that should have been yours, or something like that, and that may do a number on you. They may circle back around and reach out to you to let you know that, hey, I'm getting married and I just want you to know, that type of thing that will screw up your whole damn day. Others of you, it's just really challenging moving on from a past situation, you know. Here is what it looks like. It's real simple. It seems like you're just really stuck on the ex. And even when I look into new, it's still giving the old. And kind of sitting in that, right? Wanting to rid yourself of the past. Also wanting something real. So you may be doing little magic in order for you to crawl in and call in everlasting love, that sort of thing, trying to trick the system. But you cut the ex out and you're still hurt over it. You've gone through a little period of depression, getting over this, drinking, like a little dark night or so, trying to get over this situation, indulging, could be spending too much, that sort of thing, and then saying, okay, I'm done. But you're still not done. Like you're stuck on an ex. I don't know who this person is, Scorpio, but you guys are really, really stuck on the ex. I'm trying to pull new because all I keep seeing is X and trying to pull new for new people. I mean, for other people that's not stuck like that. You do have a new coming your way, and it'll be for a good time, a hot sexual time that can turn into, a baby. Can turn into, I'm serious. It could turn into a baby. It could turn into, but this might be somebody that you know, somebody that you're familiar with, or you know somebody that knows that person. This may even be, hopefully it's not a family member. I don't know why I'm seeing this coming up now, but it also can be like a familiar taboo, like a girlfriend's ex or something like that, where something about it can be a bit taboo. And it's going to be probably in a dark, hidden. Leo is coming up strong here. Yeah. I do see like a coming, this could be a past person coming back together. And just having a good time with that person until there's no more time to have with them. It's something like that, yeah. And having a good time with them. And whatever you don't know, you're not trying to find out. You're like, okay, whatever, that type of thing. But just be careful. Make sure that everybody's health is in order. You know, protect yourself if this is a brand new person. Even somebody coming back from a long ways away. Protect yourself. I want to say that. If you don't want a baby, if you don't want anything that you can't get rid of, protect yourself. But definitely new coming in, whether you know them or not, this is somebody that you can have a good time with. And it can go on for a time. It can turn into something where it's like, yeah, we've been doing this for that sort of thing. But it'll definitely be an in and out situation. It'll be an off and, not necessarily off and on. It'll be like, we know what this is. So when we're able to spend time and have time, that's what we do. Something like that, singles, is what I see. Well, I knew it. I knew this was going to be very dramatic. I knew it. I said, now let's get to the good stuff, because I just know it's going to be some shit. Some of you, this definitely is a relationship. It's a third-party relationship, and you're aware this person is married. Some of you could be pregnant by this person, may even have a couple of babies, secret babies by this person. You may live in one place, they live somewhere farther off, and they have a whole family, a whole bunch of stuff going on. You also may be the person that's tucked away, and you're the family, the wife to this, and then they have a whole nother life with somebody else elsewhere, something like that. Now, and then you have a three-part story, just like I was telling two other signs. One, it is you're going to come off the market, and this person is going to marry you. They're going to marry you. They're looking to marry you quickly. If the two of you haven't already secretly went and got married, you'll be getting married. Like secretly, they're going to propose to you. They love you. It just may not be so much of a secret, like you may find out, or it may be not everybody's on board with this. They may have to, something that can be a challenge before you get this done, but that's their intention. That's what they want. So congratulations, Scorpios. You're coming off the market, and you're going to have 2 kids, a boy and a girl, if you don't have any kids, or you will be a bonus mom, dad, something like that. The other way I'm seeing the situation is you're in a relationship. Shit is hanging on by a thread because you're the other person. And you perhaps, you've kind of kept quiet, but and this person may take care of you. Like they finance your life, so that may have been an incentive to stay quiet and stay in this here. But you're tired of it. You're tired of being in the background. You're tired of feeling like you're single. It's like, I might as well just be single. Because you may do well for yourself already, or have enough money that you could take care of yourself. It's like, I don't need this. I don't have to go through this. That's like that sort of thing. And I'm trying to think. And you may feel like your person is quite arrogant, so you could be seeing them for who they are. But even though, you'll still stay in it. I don't really see you cutting anything off like I saw in Libra's reading. I don't see that. For some of you, your person, and then you could be, like I said, the person that your person is taken care of, but there's another person that they have been seeing, and they're scared that you're going to divorce them. They're scared that they may get caught and get you know, a divorce, something like that. They also can be up to no good, so they're watching you like a hawk because they're up to no good, something like that. So they can't marry you, they won't kind of go take things to the next level. Something like that is what it looks like to me. Something like that, where they're not able to take it to the next level for fear of. But this will continue. It's not going anywhere. And they may be telling you that, hey, I want to, you know, I come back because I love you. I'm coming back because I care about you. I'm coming back. You know, this person, if it is a third party thing, they just want their cake and eat it too. This selfish ass person. But this is none of these things I'm saying would you be surprised about. And I've been saying this for over and over and over again. The only difference now is that there's other elements to it that I see, and other energies are kind of pooling together. But this is a relationship that could be going really right or really wrong. And for some of you, it'll be this baby. And some of you, it's like, okay, I'm pregnant. What do we do? Because if I expose this, you're going to get a divorce. It's something about, like, if you are the outside person, or if you get a whiff of some shit and somebody else is pregnant, a pregnancy is going to break some shit up. Somebody revealing, or something that has been growing and has been hidden for a mighty long time, and once it gets out, somebody's gonna get those papers or get their walking papers or something. So very interesting, because whatever is in the dark, oh baby, it was coming to light. Okay, Sagittarius singles. You're single. Damn sure not really ready to mingle. You're side-eyeing everyone because you may feel like, yeah, it starts off nice, but it's always nonsense and it never ends. It never amounts to forever, you know, always and forever. Some of you miss your ex, or yeah, some of you, I do see that there's a missing of an ex, missing of what you used to have with someone, just that connection that you have with them. Maybe they couldn't be everything you needed them to be, but you do miss that. And for some of you, the ex is off the market, like they're not even available anymore. You're going to be very honest when it comes to new love coming in, or meeting people who are very honest about their feelings, their intentions, that sort of thing, because they won't need you and you won't need them. Okay, especially if you're a woman, it's like, I don't need you, that sort of thing. But you know your worth and value. So there's a lot of attracting people that has wealth and self-worth and value, and they're not going to tolerate shit for too long. I do see, I have two parts here because your reading is very simple. You definitely could be being entertained or spending some time with two people, but you're going to choose one over the other. And you have a lot going on in your life. Okay, so if you are entertaining people and socializing, because some of you, this is, you know, you've got to be in it, and some of you just will not be in it. But if you are, then they'll have two options and you'll choose one over the other almost instantly. And you have a lot going on. This is something that needs to take its time, and you both will be taking your time, because it's like, shit, I'm busy. I have a lot going on. You got a lot going on. It's that sort of thing. So it may not necessarily turn into anything just because life is happening, right? Right person, wrong time type of thing, or wrong time, wrong person, right time, something like that. So, and again, going back to who you know yourself to be, you're not going to stick around for that. Consequently, though, work could lend itself for there to still be like a pressure cooker at work. You're protected, though, but it is a pressure cooker. Until, might not be all the way until you get to September time, something like that. You'll be finally set free of some stuff. But yeah, that's what happens, singles. Sagittarius couples, you guys have kind of like a reading like Scorpio. Is very interesting. This is a situation where the two of you are not together, or you're headed out the door. You were very hopeful for this relationship. You had high hopes. Some of you were just on the hills of healing when you and this person got together, or you rekindled and tried to work things out, that sort of thing. But you feel very single. Some of you Sagittarius, you're getting that Sagittarius itch. You're trying to be a good boy and a good girl, but that itch is coming. It's like, I want to be single. I don't want this anymore. You know what? I don't want you anymore. I'm not trying my best not to laugh, but you may not want the person anymore. You really may not. Some of you may want a divorce. You just want some things to be over. Some of you could be being petty because you're angry and you may feel like you deserve, so you want them to pay, something like that, if this is like a divorce type of a thing. But I definitely see a divorce or separation, or just not wanting anyone in like you used to. You say that now, and then it's like you flip-flop, and it's like, well, but you're still playing nice, you're still making them believe you love them, but or care about them, but deep down and honestly, you do not want this person anymore. And I feel like you're going to kind of slow the train down. You may stop seeing them as much. You may start making yourself unavailable, something like that, because you don't want any more commitment here. You may be like, I want a good time. Yeah, but I don't want it to go that far. But why don't you say that? Because you have this person believing like you seriously in love with them. That's how you make the person feel. So what's going on here, Sagittarius? Don't play games with people. You know, if you're dealing with a Gemini or Libra, they crazy. Aquarius, like these air signs, they don't play around once they get involved. So just be careful. Your person is devastated. They're devastated. They're heartbroken over the situation. They're missing you. They may feel like you're so fucking you're so fucking egotistical. This is dumb. You're so fucking egotistical. I can't stand you. But they miss the hell out of you, and they're super heartbroken over the situation. Like they are having a hard time. Sagittarius person's having a hard ass time, and they're like, I want to see you, I want to spend time with you, but I just know I'm a really regret this shit. Dealing with a Sagittarius, yeah, you will. Stop playing with the Sagittarius. So they feel like they're really gonna regret it if they give into their desires, because baby, they want to show up at your door. They want to come to your job. Like they want to reach out to your family. They want you. They want to do. But like you're very intimidating to them. Very intimidating to them. Or they just know who they're dealing with. They know who they're dealing with. They love you though. They love you. But they may feel like, you know what? It's not working. And I'm not gonna give up. I don't care. I still belong to Sagittarius, even though they're not. So this person's not gonna let you go. They're not. But they can't stand when you get like this. It's that type of thing. Now, for others of you where it's like, no, this is over. They still feel the same goddamn way. They're like, yeah, I know it's over. Yeah, I know we're divorced. I know I can't speak to you anymore. I know. I understand the restraining order. I get it. Okay, fine. I'm still not happy about this shit. It's that type of thing. So you have a reading that Libras typically have, that Scorpios typically have, of like, whoever this person is, they are and I can do that for like 100 years. They're struggling over you. Struggling. And they can't stand when you get like this. They like when you like this. Get on your knees and act like you have some sense. They like when you're like this. Be sweet. Be a sweetheart. Shut your mouth. Stop being cocky and arrogant. They hate this Sagittarius. Hate the Sagittarius with a passion. Because when this Sagittarius come into town, they get spooked the hell out. There's no telling what the hell Sagittarius is going to say. Sagittarius, what did you do to them? Let me know in the comment section. I want to know. I really want to know. I can't say I feel sorry for them because I really don't know what all happened, but it's really looking pretty sad. What did you do, Sagittarius? What the hell has gone on here? I've only been gone for a week. Hey, Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn singles. Well, a lot of you're not interested in love right now. Love is not a priority for you. However, that looks like it's going to change. Some of you have been really interested in spending time for yourself. You've been appreciating the time to yourself. Well, again, that's going to change. And it could have something to do with the fact that you're still interested in your ex. The ex is still very much on the scene. Some of you could be getting stressed out by this person. Maybe hard for you to let go and move on because in your mind, or even in their mind, you were the perfect match. You were meant to be. So old ways die hard. Old ways die hard. And some of you could still be stuck on that ex. Now, be careful because you can also kind of meet creeps. Some of you may get super fans, people who don't know how to kind of let you go. Some people who could be obsessed over you. So yeah, and it could even be this ex. I'm not really sure here, but you are attracting people, situations that it'll be hard to get out of. If that makes sense. Could also be other Capricorns are very prominent for you now, but you guys really want something real, the realness that you once had before. And it certainly looks like that's coming your way. Some of you, if you remain single in a short period of time, you can find yourself possibly with a new home. Congratulations if you purchase a new home. Some of you could even be gifted a home, given a home through inheritance of some sort. You could find yourself getting approved for a loan. Getting some type of yes answer, a home, a house, I'm hearing a car, an apartment. I mean, all of those types of items, but also employment. You may get a new job and it feels like home. Some of you could be going back home. So there's a lot of kind of good things, something tangible that is good that comes out of initiating and making a move or proposing something in 2 weeks' time. So definitely, and others of you, definitely it speaks to love that can start with marriage. Some of you could be getting back together with an ex, or this can be a brand new person, and things kind of take off faster than you can expect. So don't be surprised if you're off the market by year's end. Or in something very serious in the next stages is moving in and getting married, that sort of thing. Good luck, singles. Okay, Capricorn couples. Now, if you are not in the best place with your person, Capricorn, you may have came to a conclusion, a truth. You may have to cut the situation off. Some of you could just be away and going to be kind of pulled apart from your person. It'll be easier said than done to really let this situation go. It'll be easier said than done for you to let it go, even if you're seeing some toxic behavior from your person. Some of you may feel like this person can come on too strong. It's moving too fast. This person is, may give more temporary energy, could be bossy, aggressive in some kind of way, and you may need to kind of rectify that. Some of you may feel like you're dealing with a playboy or playgirl and you want something more serious, but again, and it looks like you may hold on to that or hold back from this person. Some of you may not be so open to going with the flow, if you will, if there are issues here, and it does appear that there are. So you could be holding back and kind of staying stuck to how you feel and what you believe in the situation, but it will be easier said than done for you to let them go. This person wants you. They're giving to this. For some of you, this could be, I'm leaving and taking my stuff, and this is what I owe you, or this is the last bit of my things. It's that type of thing before they leave. So it could be a leaving and departing of ways. Even if they are leaving and moving out and that sort of thing, it'll still be hard for you to let them go. Just know that it's going to take some time for you to let them go. But some of you may feel like you have to do what you have to do, or it is what it is. It's out of your hands, something like that. This person is not able to give you what it is that you want, or vice versa, that sort of thing. But they may feel like it's a sacrifice that has to be made for them, for you. It's some type of sacrifice, or someone has to focus more on themselves. That again can take away from the two of you. And this person is not really sure how everything is going to end, where things are going. Hell, they may not be so sure about where things are going to end up for themselves. So they are very much up in the air about things, because life is going to be changing around them quite quickly as well. I see either them moving, they're really not so sure about their career, but they could be put in a position where time is of the essence. Here, they're going to continue to communicate with you. They will be reaching out to you and try to continue to communicate. And it can be on the situation, not being able to get it off their minds. They need to talk to you. They need to communicate. They may want to see you, but that may not be the easiest thing that they can do. It also could be about work, trying to make you understand what's going on in that area. And this can be one of those relationships that either the two of you are not well meshed, right? You're not equally yoked. And so separation or a breakup could be on its way because of it. That's what it looks like to me. Sorry if I'm talking so slow. But yeah, it could be a breakup, or again, that distance if the two of you are far apart because you travel, you work, that sort of thing, that's going to continue, and that could be problematic as well. Someone's going to come to realize this may not be realistic or ideal. For some of you, you're just dealing with it, right? And you may have had to deal with it for some time, or you'll be having to deal with this for some time because you have a mate who doesn't live anywhere near you. So the distance is something that the two of you really have to kind of like commit to. Okay, Aquas. Hey, Aquas. You guys have a relationship coming if you're not already in one. Some of you, you may have had a little bit of a sting because of a past relationship that resulted with children, a family, probably a marriage. And you may feel like that ex is, sacrificed you guys in order to be all they can be. Work was more important. Other things in their life was more important. Some of you also could be holding somebody at bay, not necessarily giving them everything that they want in a relationship. Taking your time trying to figure out if a relationship is something that you want, but either the love that you have to offer, the love that you're showing and giving, or that being done to you is going to be the determining factor why you get in a committed relationship, a very traditional one, if you will. Here, Capricorn. It may be just what you need, especially if you're a man. The man needs this love from this woman. This woman she's very mature in her emotions, very mature in her love. She knows just how to love. Or it could be a woman who over time you have come to discover you guys should be more than just friends, more than just acquaintances, more than just hookup buddies. But now you're seeing this person for who they are. You're appreciating the person that they are, because perhaps they were around when no one else was around, when you were going through something that's very important that includes family. You may have been very moody to this person. You may have been many things, and they went with the ups and the flows with you. And so some of you very quickly, whether it's a brand new person, someone you've been seeing for some time, or even someone from your past, you guys are going to fall deeply into love with one another. And this is a person that can match your love, will propose to you. Hey, let's get married, out of nowhere. Some of your Aquariuses are going to get married. That's been dating someone or seeing someone. You're going to get married out of nowhere. And it's like you come to realize that you've been loved by this person all along, or like I said earlier. So you have love on the menu. You and Capricorns, you're one of the signs, singles, who are getting off the market. And I think I said the same thing about Gemini, like somebody's proposing to them or something like that. But you're definitely one of the signs that have a very strong, deep love coming your way. Something that you both need and you're willing to give. It looks very beautiful. Congratulations. Now, couples. Aquarius, couples. For some of you, this relationship could be hanging on by a thread. Your person may feel like you are someone that work is more important. You can play hot and cold. You, to some extent, they could be taking the relationship for granted here. Okay, and they want you to know that home is with them, love is with them, carries with them. They also may be very psychic, an empath, so they are able to pick up on nuances and energies around, whether they know or not. So they have a very keen sense of intuitive side, and their dreams protect them and guide them. This person could also get pregnant. One of you could get pregnant and not know what to do about the pregnancy, because this is a very shaky relationship. It may be a relationship with just benefits. You're not committed. Someone else could be at play here, and it's a secret. So wanting or to deciding what to do about said pregnancy, or how do we go, where do we go from here? Because this is no longer working out. It's still going to be up in the air. Now, I feel like you will feel like you're ready to kind of get back on track with your person. You're hopeful that everything will work out. You may feel like, yeah, if you are the person that steps out, well, you step out, but you understand where your love lies, and you're willing to do what it takes to deal with whatever the conflicts there are. Some of you may be feeling like you're putting out fires. You're, working and doing the best that you can so that the two of you can be better together, right? So you may feel like there's a method to your madness. You've got to focus on these things as well. And you're wanting to see your person, you're wanting to spend time with your person, that sort of thing. Your person may be having reservations, especially if you're the more successful one and they have a lot of time on their hands, or they're suspecting that something isn't right. Okay. Now, on the flip side of it could be you're still trying to hang in there with your person despite what's going on in a relationship, and they're not so sure where they want to go with this relationship, because it can be a burden for them. Whether they're bringing the challenge or they're enduring it, there is a sense of not being sure on their end what they want to do, because again, they feel like this relationship could be more like benefits, more like it's what you want, not necessarily what they want here. And I don't know if they're so sure about what they want 100%, your person here. But I do see that this is kind of going to repair itself, and there'll be an opportunity to work things out again, come in better, or wanting to reinvest in the relationship. Now, for a very small percentage of you, if the disconnect and the time apart continues for a length of time, then two of you will you can go your separate ways, and someone will meet another person rather quickly. Quickly. But it looks, for most of you couples, this is a repairing situation, and it just could be two people who have their own personal thoughts and ideas and feelings about what's going on, but nevertheless the relationship and the love still remains, and it's worth working on or reinvesting in this. Okay, hey Pisces, you guys are doing good. Looks like, or you'll be doing well. You're heading to a place where you have victory and success coming your way. You're able, or used to, a lot of words coming in my head. Some of you are okay with taking it slow when it comes to relationship, not rushing into anything without expectation, just kind of taking it slow, because you feel like you meet a lot of Casanovas or playgirls, people who want to take what you have and leave the rest behind, that sort of thing. Looks like you've moved on from the ex here, but you definitely can have a good time with someone. You can meet someone and have a great time. You Pisces ladies aren't showing up as a loving woman, but more of a practical woman that is worthy of being invested in and that knows how to invest. This is a good time to have, like I said, some fun in the sun, get together with another person, just have a good time. Don't worry if that's what you are into, if that's what you're up for, if that's what you can open yourself up for. It's there to have a good time, a great time, a sexual time. Yes, it's that kind of time. And the thing is that you could quickly fall in love with a Casanova, a playboy, because that's what this person is, very much a playboy here. Some of you even can start being more into same-sex loving, that type of thing, but you'll meet someone who's more and willing to invest, so that is something that can turn into something real down the line here. But yeah, I do see some of you either if you're dating someone already, you'll come to discover that there's someone else, and then this can no longer be, or that's where you're headed. Somebody coming into your life, it kind of hits you like a ton of bricks, but you quickly realize that this person is not the marrying type, the committal type, and it kind of ends before fully can get started here. If not the person that you're seeing now, you could come to that conclusion as well. But there will be a good chance of having a good time. So for some of you, this person came in your life for that. It's destiny that they come in to show you a good time, maybe pull you out of one direction in your life and to have you feel love again and accept love and want to be loved again. So it could just be something more karmic that way than it is meant for you to have someone real. So take it as that. It's a good time with someone. If you want a good time is here. Not a long time, but certainly a good time.